Hello, good evening, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, L.A. by Night. What you are watching this evening with us are the Season 4 epilogues. Our epilogues are short vignettes, little slices of the night, focused on specific characters and their personal stories. The epilogues are always related to the plot of the season, but they also foreshadow what is to come. Tonight's epilogue is Compelled to Injure. Let's meet our injurious vampires.
Hey, I'm Luis Carazo. I'm Nines.
B. Dave Walters, Baron Victor Temple, and I have a lot of thoughts.
Hold those thoughts just for a moment, Baron, if you would please, while we thank some important members of the family, our Season 4 sponsors. First, I would like to thank Backblaze, because whether you are kindred or kind, you can rely on Backblaze to keep your personal and professional data safe and secure, whether you are running an Anarch-level business or a giant Ventru-level enterprise. Your data is ready to be restored at a moment's notice should the Second Inquisition raid your haven. Please show them some love by visiting them at backblaze.com/LA by night. And next, I would like to thank Level Up Dice, the master craftspeople who create extraordinary art captured in dice form. For the family, they make beautiful and official Vampire the Masquerade dice sets. I use them, our cast uses them, and if you want to use them in your home Vampire the Masquerade Chronicles, you can check them out at levelupdice.net. Humanity builds civilizations for many reasons, including safety and strength, and the exaltation and perfection of itself and its ideals. The kindred build civilizations for all of these reasons except one. The kindred are not out to exalt ideals. They have no illusions about the possibility of perfection, though some of them hold the ideal of the mythical state of Golconda as an attainable goal. Reaching that state of bliss is not part of vampire society in general. Instead, the main purpose of vampire society is to keep themselves hidden from the world's humanity and to carefully manage scarce resources that other kindred always seem to want to take for themselves. This scarcity consciousness is, of course, strongest in the oldest, most powerful kindred who have the most to lose. Unlike human leaders who have the potential to become more generous and kind as they gain power, kindred leaders often become less generous and more avaricious. This fear and suspicion is the true face of the beast. Is this slide toward this end inevitable? Can it be slowed? Can it be conquered? This is the question always for any kindred who seeks to lead. With this very firmly in mind, let's tell a vampire story. Downtown Los Angeles, a neighborhood that has undergone extraordinary changes in the last 2 decades. It was once infamous as a decrepit and unhealthy, criminal and crime-infested pit where no one in their right mind would go after dark. Tonight, it is the home of many glass and steel towers owned by mega corporations. It is the home of upscale and wealthy shops and restaurants. It's the home of hidden lairs of vampires. It is to one of these lairs, less hidden than the others, that we go tonight for a short visit. The Last Round, a bar that somehow manages to evade the wrecking ball year after year, night after night, even though on either side of it rise those glass and steel monuments to power, wealth, and excess. The Last Round is the haven and headquarters of a coterie by the same name, a coterie led by Armando Nines Rodriguez. We will visit Nines now as he hosts a visitor.
You know, I appreciate that this place is always like a little slice of consistency. Always know what to expect at the last round.
Oh, yeah. Well, welcome back.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
What brings you here?
You know, I got those recently, and it's just, it helps me kind of like calm down, you know, think things through. Rosaries were never my thing, but I found those are soothing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here because there's some stuff that has happened that I thought probably shouldn't be written down.
Okay. Things are moving fast.
Yeah. You know, that was our life. Every night was insanity, and then we had a good stride there of calm.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's less calm.
Yeah.
Have you talked to Annabelle in the last couple nights?
I haven't. We've kept in very minimal contact. What's happened?
So there we had a situation out in Sun Valley.
Okay.
Apparently the Camarillas paying a bounty for Thin Bloods. Had some people try to take him up on the offer. We got the guy out of there, but in the process of, there was a lot of emotions, especially between X and Annabelle and Jasper, and I don't need to go into the details, but she ended up taking off and they took off in a different direction, and I haven't talked to any of them since.
Okay.
But
so shit fell apart.
A lot of this. Well, I mean, hey, the job got done.
Okay.
Delilah's happy. We got her guy back to her, but yeah, there's a lot. Because for all of this, I think everyone seems to lose track of just how young she is.
Yeah.
She's done a great job. But I mean, she got thrown into an insane, fictitious science fiction existence, and then that science fiction existence got turned on its head.
Yeah.
So,
where is everyone now?
I don't know. There's a short list of places she goes. But I got to tell you, honestly, outside of just keeping an ear to the streets that she's not in a Camarilla holding cell,
Okay.
I've let her have her space. Jasper probably went home. A lot's happening with that.
Mm-hmm.
Nellie's in Hollywood doing her thing, which is why I'm here.
That's why you're here.
All of that is why I'm here. Because, it's basically us now. Abrams is off the board.
Yeah.
Therese is a wild card, which we very much need to discuss. But I would not count her as reliable at this exact second. Nellie's fantastic, but she's getting her bearings.
Mm-hmm.
Fiona's Fiona. Everybody knows how I feel about that.
Mm-hmm.
That leaves us.
And that's why you're here.
I'm here for all of it, but that is primarily why it's here. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. If we're about to have a life-changing adventure, heart to heart, whatever, I'm for it. Because I've had some surprisingly insightful conversations this week, and I do not mean that to be facetious. Really,
Yeah.
I actually managed to cut through a lot of bullshit with a lot of people, and we haven't always liked what we found under the bullshit. But
So let's do that here. Let's cut through the bullshit because you've come here to me instead of going back to your haven.
I mean, I've been in my haven for the last few nights,
Right.
but I mean, I'm here to show you respect. I didn't want to be like Nines. Brownie, you came to my place, you came to Nellie's place. I
appreciate
wanted
that.
to come here.
No.
Respect you.
I hear that. But you're not coming here just to catch me up. What's going on with you?
You want to know the craziest thing? The craziest thing?
The craziest thing is exactly what I want to know.
I'm actually all right, man. Because I've always been that way. Back when I played ball, it's just the crazier it got, the lower the time on the clock got, the louder the fans got, it becomes easier for me to see the basket.
When the pressure's on, you still pull through.
Well, so far. Knock on wood,
Yeah.
So, yeah, my friends, my family are having some crisis.
You're not sure if they can.
I believe in them.
But you have doubts. Concerns.
I have concerns, but one thing I've learned, because I am trying to be a better version of me, is historically every time I tried to do what I thought was best, even when it worked, quite frankly, I still ended up the asshole somehow. So this time, I'm just trying to let them know I have their back. I will do whatever they need, but if Jasper needs to disappear down a hole, if Annabelle needs to go riding bikes with the Valkyries. Oh, by the way, the Valkyries are rebuilding. Saw Casey. She's got some new girls.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
They were laying low in the valley for a little while. I don't know if they've been through, but she looked good.
Not yet, but she might come through.
Yeah, they might be relocating to Hollywood. I think they like the idea of the Nelly calling the shots. But maybe Annabelle's with them. X is not going back to Santa Monica. I can't blame him.
Right.
I wouldn't. Although you do know we might have to.
Why?
I got no love for Therese Foreman. But remember when we were all at that meeting, that meeting.
Yeah.
She said the play was infiltrate and take them down from the inside.
Right.
She wanted us all to do that.
Right.
So if she ran that play and that landed a blood hunt on her head, we can't leave her out to dry. Because as of now, at this exact second, she is still our fellow Baron. That's supposed to mean something.
Right. Blood hunt.
It's, the cam, they need permission to visit the final death on somebody. Isn't that weird? You have to like submit paperwork or some shit to be like, can I go roll this
There's
guy
a
up?
blood hunt on Therese?
Yeah.
Since when?
Few nights.
Okay.
Few nights. You know how Vanavar's been slipping?
Yeah.
Apparently
That's
she was at least instrumental in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So moves are being made.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I knew this would happen. I didn't know it would happen exactly like this. and it's happening fast.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. What do you need from me?
Believe it or not, I want to know how you're doing.
Really? Wow. When's the last time somebody asked me that?
At that meeting, I asked kind of,
Yes.
but then things went a very different way. But I mean, look at all this, man. This. What year is this place built? 72, 68? I don't
This
know.
is one of the oldest parts of downtown.
But weird illusion. But did you happen to watch Star Trek: The Next Generation by any chance?
A little.
You remember that episode? They went to that planet and there was the literally one little square of greenery. There was one little lawn, one little house, one little happy place,
Yeah.
and a swath of devastation.
This is the happy place?
Because the one alien living there was strong enough to keep his happy place.
And I'm the alien.
I mean, for our purposes, yes. But look around you. I mean, you've held it. And I mean, I hope you get to get your beak wet on some of this shit. These are multi-million, billion-dollar things. But
are you seeing an opportunity here for some sort of investment?
No, this is. I mean, of course. I am what I am. This is your domain. But what I'm saying is, the world is closing in on you.
It is,
and you're holding it. But that's a lot.
It is a lot, of course. But it's not the first time. It comes in waves, and this is just another part of the story. Look, what strikes me is that you're here alone. One of the many things that does. And right now, in a time where there's danger in the air because Abrams is left, because I know forces around us are planning their moves, and you come to me out of respect, thank you, but also there's something to the visit, and you come alone in a time where we have to be together, come together. But of course, shit's gonna hit the fan and people are gonna start to unravel. And you're telling me what I'm hearing is that you're concerned that they're gonna lose their shit.
Nah, I mean, they've lost their shit. I've seen them lose their, but
how now that's just the two of us. Nellie's barren. How do you really feel about that? You think she's ready?
No. But neither was I.
Of course not.
I'm going to submit neither were you. I wasn't there, but I'm going to say you weren't.
I don't even know if I'm still ready.
But Therese asked me the same thing before all of this came out. And I told her she has to have her chance. She has to have her chance.
Yes.
And I will support her in her chance.
Yes.
I mean, she's, I think what she has to understand, and what I wish someone had told me, actually, maybe you did tell me, to tell you the truth, was she's not Abrams.
Mm-hmm.
She's not you. She's not me.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not her.
Absolutely.
She's got to play to her strengths. Do what she does.
Yes.
Shoot her shot.
And she has to find her way. And there's nothing that you can do to prevent her from making the mistakes that she's supposed to make.
Absolutely.
The same thing is true with Annabelle. The same thing is true with all of the rest of them. So right now, what you've done is exactly the right move. Give them space to figure some shit out and to make some mistakes, because they're going to. And it's going to cost something. You know what you haven't had enough of? Failure. You need to fail a little bit more. You've had challenges and obstacles, but you've come through it. And look at you. You're the Baron of the Valley, and Nellie's now the Baron of Hollywood. And if you sitting from where I am, it hasn't ultimately cost you as much as it will.
I believe I'll make a note.
I thought only X could see the future. Hey, look, man.
I'm not telling any fortunes. I know you know.
Look, they dropped my club on me at high fucking noon, and we crawled out to the wreckage out in the sunlight.
Yeah, but you crawled out.
Yeah.
Which one of you didn't?
I did lose people that day. I did. But anytime you take a stand for something, some people are going to push back on it.
Yes.
Just, again, these towers here. You want to know why I'm here by myself? Because I want you to be able to drop the Uncle Phil bullshit. Because I realize it is not a facade, it's the truth, but it is a truth you have chosen. This is a role you have chosen because you know what I know is in there? A machine. That's what's in there. Somebody who does what it takes, which is necessary. That is why the last round is standing in the midst of this concrete forest, because you do what it takes. And I get everybody loves cuddly Uncle Nines. I love it. But I don't think they know the stone cold, ice in the veins, killer motherfucker that is still very much in there. And I'm here alone to make sure you know we might need that guy. We might need that guy soon. So I'm loving the Bruce Banner, but when we need the Hulk, we will need the fucking Hulk. Because I don't have a Hulk. You got a Hulk.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you have a Hulk.
Dad, is that you? Hey, Dad. Mark sticks his head around the corner into the office. He's got a thin sheen of sweat, like he's been working out or exercising, maybe. In fact, as he leans in further, you can see that in his left hand, he's gripping a huge cinder block, and he's just kind of absently-mindedly
He's the Rick to your Hulk. I get it now.
pumping his biceps. Hey, I thought I heard your voice. Hey, Nines.
Hey.
Hey, finished my workout. I'm gonna take a shower, and some of the maybe G6 and maybe Weight Rose and I are gonna take a spin around the turf, see what we can see.
Good.
Hey, Mark,
Cool. Dad.
you talked to Annabelle last night or two?
Talk. You know,
Not the club, not that. Just the last couple nights.
Yeah.
Just the last couple
You
nights.
checked it out. Pretty good, huh?
It's incredible.
It's amazing.
It does wonders.
I feel better than I've ever felt.
You are better
Life.
than you've ever been.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, just don't hit yourself in the head with it again.
he puts
That's
the brick-
not in the. You didn't get that. You didn't inherit that one.
That was probably not a great idea.
Hey.
Yeah, no, I haven't actually. But she said she'd be busy for a bit. I'm a little busy with stuff.
No, you are.
know.
Just do me a favor.
We'll connect. We'll connect.
Yeah, call her. She had a rough couple nights.
You want me to give her a message?
Whatever you think she needs to hear, man.
Okay.
She just had a rough
She'll-
couple nights.
Yeah? What happened?
Some crazy shit. You know how it is.
It's always crazy shit.
She didn't get hurt. I mean, not, you know. You know how she is. She just feels so much. She feels a lot. She feels a lot.
I like that about her.
It is a strength.
She, no offense, she's not ready to start sliding toward what probably has to happen. Because, she'll change when she does.
I'm going to tell you, son, and
I like the fact that she's hanging on as long as she possibly can.
that's all any of us can do is hold on as long as we possibly can.
So, yeah, I'll call her. I'll tell her.
Just,
Yeah.
you
Should
know,
I go see her, do you think? I mean,
if you can find her,
if I can find her.
she does stuff. I mean, you were gone for fucking months.
Yeah, cool.
Just
All right.
don't tell her I sent her after you, though. Just,
Oh, it's like that, is it?
I mean, I don't need you getting heat from her about why is he telling you to, you know what I mean? Just
Okay. This is probably the weirdest conversation I've had all week, but all right.
I can make it weirder. We just talked about the club the other night because I wish I could forget, but I can't. So
Hey, I'm not embarrassed.
I will tell him.
Okay, look, I gotta go.
Yeah.
We're gonna go take a perimeter check.
Great. Do that and
If you see anything, I'll let you know.
check on Annabelle.
I got it.
She's
I got
on a
it.
bike ride somewhere.
I got it.
It's just, yeah.
Just me and my cinder block. We got it.
Did you name it Wilson? What are you?
I find it's better not to get attached to them. They're kind of fragile.
Okay.
Keep
See
it
ya.
up, buddy. You're looking good.
Thanks.
And call your brother. He misses you.
Okay.
Thanks for that, by the way.
Later. Mark heads downstairs. You can hear the low murmur of voices down there in the front room of the club as he's talking to Waitrose behind the bar and figuring out who's going to go out on patrol.
Sounds good. He's doing really well. He's coming along.
He looks it.
Yeah, and that was, I think, a rather pleasant interaction between the two of you. That was surprising, no?
I mean, I try to not be unpleasant in our interactions,
Mhm.
but I understand how it came to be, how it is.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't, but I do.
So,
Hulk.
I want to help you. I need to know what's going on. I need to know what happened with Annabelle. I need to know what's going on with your group. And know this, I have your back. And I understand what you're saying. I understand that you have this perception of me as someone who wants to just sit way in the back row and not get involved. And this is the second time that you've tried to draw out of me some sort of a commitment to showing up to the fight. And hey, I'm here. I've got it. But just like you and Mark, you're letting him do his own thing because there's lessons that he has to learn from not having you there participating. And this isn't me trying to talk down to you guys, but
You've been at this longer, yeah.
I've been at this for a long time.
you've been-
But because of that, I can tell you this. All the shit that you feel like you're going through right now, if there's doubts, if there's whatever it is, I know what that's like. And I want us to be able to have that kind of talk. I want you to be able to come to me and say, look, this is the fucking shit right here. This is what's going on. This is the thing that I'm worried about. This is the doubt that I have. This is where I feel like I have some sense of certainty. And I will be real right back at you.
You know, there's actually only one thing I really want to know more than anything else. And I pull my shirt and I show him the scars.
So when Victor unbuttons his dress shirt and pulls apart the fabric, you see on his in his abdomen and across his lower ribs, long, jagged scars, 4 of them, and they go all the way around his midsection. They're healed, but not quite gone. And there are 4 of them, not unlike claw marks.
What happened with the lupine? And I don't mean the Legends of Nine Rodriguez and Old Man in the Sea and you don't want to talk about it. I mean, fuck everybody around here. I know everybody has. I'm not here to fangirl. What actually happened with the lupine? Because I seen one of those things.
That's what did that?
It wanted to have a word with some friends of mine, and I didn't want that to happen.
And you stood in the way.
I stood in the way. And they're all still here.
Fuck.
I mean, believe me, it was not plan A, but, you know, at the moment, words were failing and just...
And you're here.
And I'm here.
And they're here still.
You know, you want to know the craziest thing? Not only is the friend here, the lupine actually turned out to be a decent guy, oddly enough. Once we got past the running and screaming and me tucking my fucking intestines back in.
Yeah.
But what happened with the lupine? Because that is, I saw that thing, man. I'm not a small person, and it was like the wall of a house, and it was teeth and it was claws. And
Victor, let me. There's a lot I gotta say right now. I'll share something, sure. But you are here next to me as a peer right now. And you're right, you're not coming at me gushing about this fucked up, stupid legend. You want to know something real. And I need to let you know that it's not often when I feel like I'm sitting next to someone who feels like a brother. I've had that before. I've had it before. And then they always seem to just leave. But that's a side note. But
I know what you're talking about.
I just want to tell you how much I appreciate that. Look, yeah, I took it down because I had to, because it was coming at me. But you know how powerful those motherfuckers are?
Yeah, I have some insight. Yeah.
I don't like talking about it because it's one of those things that I think just weighs on me a little bit. Because you know what I didn't get a chance to do? What you did. Talk. Because in the back of my mind, I just keep thinking how I took it down because it was young. A pup. And now people want to create this like mythology of how badass I am because I took one of those motherfuckers down. But in the back of my mind, what's weighing on me is that I should have known better. Somehow. I mean, you know, if my survival is depending on it, I'm sorry.
It is what it is.
I'm going to do what I got to do. But that doesn't mean that there aren't some kind of personal consequence or regret. Yeah. See, that's the thing is if I could go back and do it again, I think I would have done it. I would have tried to do it different. Because on one hand, again, my survival, I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna take somebody out if I have to. But on the other hand, was there another way? And that's what regret gives you, in a sense. So long as it doesn't consume you, I think we have to be able to look back at the things that we've done, the choices that we made, to see if there could have been the possibility of an alternative.
Perspective. I appreciate you sharing that with me, and I won't tell anybody.
But I give this to you because, look, we're the same. And I want you to know that all of anything that you're thinking I have thought of, that's moved through me. Every time you get pissed off at Annabelle for some dumb thing that she does, I get it. I've been there. I've seen it with her, and I've seen it before. So I don't want here. We need to come to this agreement. I like that you're no bullshit. There's no bullshit between us. None. Anything comes up for you, I don't care what it is, come to me and I will be there. And
back at you.
And I'm ready to, as needed, I will fuck some shit up. I'm here ready to be on the front lines as needed. I don't want you to have that. That cannot be a doubt.
It's not. It's put to bed. And, you know, I don't know why we keep talking like so many like emotions have come up this week. I don't know if it's the fucking planets, but you know, let me just say one more thing. You know, that beckoning thing with Abrams, that call that pulled him away.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why McNeil left. I know you thought he just abandoned you. We all thought he abandoned us. I never met the guy, but it's like Superman flew back into space. But maybe, if the stories are true, maybe he would have been one of the first ones that felt it.
I've thought of that.
maybe he didn't walk out on you. Maybe he didn't walk out on us.
I don't know. See, the danger in that, I think, is that the time for that to happen to me is out there, maybe around the corner. But the second I start to excuse them for ducking out the way that they did, the second I start to think that maybe it was something they couldn't control, then that makes it that much more likely for me to succumb to it the way that they did. And I am not going to be the one to abandon somebody because of whatever the fuck that pool is. I get it, and I might fail. And maybe that's where they were. But I resent that. I resent that they left the way they did. And I'm holding on to that because that lets me believe that there's an alternative. And the second I start to think that, nope, that's what's going to happen, that's inevitable, then that makes it that much more likely for me to abandon you. And that's what I'm fighting against. And that fight is worth having even if I fail. That's what I mean by failure earlier. Don't accept the boxes that they're giving us. It's all an illusion. But thank you for that. Because I know that what you were trying to provide me was something that I really do appreciate. And I'm just saying no to it. I'm not accepting it because I'm not going to do that.
All right, well, let's bring it back to some shit that we can control. That's here on the table in front of us. All right, here's exactly what happened.
Give it to me.
We left the party. You were there. Everything went good.
Uh-huh.
Some thin blood guy showed up. I've come to learn later he's Delilah's right hand. I got Campbell. You guys, G6? Is that guy's name?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's her. You know, was there as a show of support.
Mm-hmm.
There were some of my people from the valley, who a guy was going around saying he was the Baron of Sun Valley.
What?
Yeah, no. So of course I had to shut that shit down. But in the process of me explaining to them the error of their ways, diplomacy, I use words. It came out that they were looking to get into some dust ups with some thin bloods. Again, told them not to, under my protection. It's not how it's gonna go down in the valley. Those guys come back the next night saying, hey, some other people grabbed that guy. And the only reason we're telling you is because you would have blamed us, which quite frankly is true. Because the next time we talked, it would have been less pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
So to give us the heads up, go over to some junkyard, Sun Valley, shithole place. You know, I put out the word that people could come to the valley and be safe as long as they were cool.
Mm-hmm.
So even I don't know everybody who's coming to town. A lot of people.
Now you're going to get an influx, of course.
Well, again, you know, it's strength in numbers. I still feel like it was the right move,
yes.
but I didn't know these guys. Sure enough, we get in the junkyard. They got the thin blood. Still alive, beat to shit, still alive.
All right.
Annabelle goes in to talk. I made a conscious choice. She is to stand on her own 2 feet. She's the one, you know, on the street level, spreading the gospel.
Yep.
Go be the leader of the revolution. We're ready to back you up. 3 guys inside. They don't listen. Jasper, Nellie, X come in. I come in. And this Therese thing's really messing with X.
Okay.
It's really, really messing with X. I don't know the whole story.
Understandable.
But yeah, but she's been bad to him. Beyond the Therese we know. She's been bad to him.
All right.
And he very much wants to string her up and leave her in the sun. And when I said we need to wait and find out, he wasn't dealing with that well. Okay. So even when we walked in the door, he was not in the right place.
All right.
These 3 square up. One of them takes a swing. X loses it. Drains the guy.
Fuck.
I, for my part, got the thin blood because that's what we were there to do. I had access to deterrence that I tried to stop X. Jasper got involved, and I was like, all right, that's the three of you now. I'm getting this guy out of here because that's what we came here the fuck to do. Got him out. I made sure to explain to the two remaining kindred, hands off the Thin Bloods, so you got a problem with me? I left. Annabelle leaves. Jasper and X leave. Nellie tries to catch Annabelle. Annabelle won't be caught. Nellie left emotional because, the bad sire relationship's a soft spot with her. Annabelle left because I'm sure she saw a side of her friend, her sweet friend, that she didn't expect to see. I think she expects that shit from me, from Jasper. I don't think she expected it from X.
Wow.
So I think that was a gut shot. I delivered him back to the Thin Bloods, and I've spent the last couple of days just sort of trying to smooth all this shit out. Get an idea where the Thin Bloods are. I've opened the doors of my establishment to anyone who wanted to hide. Been trying to help Nellie get in position, get her shit in order. Here we are. That's everything.
Wow.
Oh, the Cam is paying a bounty for Thin Bloods.
Okay.
Apparently they're paying well. And that, unless I think of something in the next 2 minutes, is everything.
Which is why that ended up going down anyway.
That's why it went down anyway.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, I'm worried that the Thin Bloods are going to knuckle up, and they're just going to start burning everything and not really caring whose it is. Because as I keep telling everybody, I believe you understand, but I keep singing the same song that the Inquisition will not differentiate.
They won't.
They will not say, you're a Bruja, I'm a Ventru.
Nope.
That's a Nosferatu, that's a Camarilla. They'll just start burning shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just as likely the Thin Bloods will do the same thing. My goal now is if it goes that way, they will never be able to say, it is because Victor Temple treated us like an asshole that we're knuckling up. Because whatever I believe about them and their status in the ecosystem, the fact is they're here. They are in my domain, and therefore they are under my protection. I cannot have anyone under any circumstances being singled out because of what they are. Like you said, you'll do what you got to do. If they become a problem because they're a problem, they can get it like anyone else.
Right.
But the idea that the fact that you're different means you have to die or you're a slave?
Right.
Nah.
Well, you know that I'm in agreement with that. So, wow, that is a lot.
Oh, and by the way, blood hunt on Therese. Yeah, so that was my week. That was my week.
So they're doing what, man,
Yeah.
they're so clever, those bastards, because they're finding a way to do exactly what they want to get us weaker. They're fragmenting us. And damn, they're fucking clever.
Victor, your phone buzzes with a text message. It is from one of the very Thin Bloods that you have been discussing with Nines, Delilah.
I read it.
It says, "Hey, Big Vic. Got time for a call?"
Absolutely. I have a friend I'd like you to meet.
A few moments later, your phone rings.
While it's ringing, just real quick, I'm all like, Delilah, she's kind of the head of the Thin Bloods.
Yeah.
She's the Thin Blood Annabelle.
Got it.
Put on speaker. I'm like, Delilah, you are here with Baron Nines Rodriguez. He's over downtown.
Hi there, Delilah. Pleasure to meet you.
Hey. Nines? Cool name.
He's earned it.
Never heard of you, sorry.
That's fine by me.
He actually probably prefers it. What can I do for you, Delilah? How's Blake? Is he good?
Yeah, he'll be okay. That's kind of why I'm calling. Can we talk like this? Is it safe?
Yeah, we're good. Not always, but right now, yes, we're good.
So, let me say thanks for what went down.
Anytime.
Well, I won't forget it. But that's kind of why I'm calling.
Mm-hmm.
So, talked to Blake. We found out what happened. I guess the Camarilla tried to have him captured. I don't know. Who knows?
Hey, Delilah, 7 seconds. Please do not hang up. Just 7 seconds.
Okay.
I hit mute. One other thing. The cam says the truce doesn't apply to them because they're not real vampires.
Of course.
I got you. Sorry.
Okay.
We were in the middle of a thing. I'm sorry.
Hey, you took the call.
I mean, you're important.
That's what I like to hear. I talked to my people. We've been talking about it for a couple of days now, and we've come to a decision.
Mm-hmm.
We're in. We're in with you and the Nellie Baron lady and Baby B. We're on your team if you fight. We're not waiting to be kidnapped and murdered or snacked on like potato chips. We're not waiting for them to come to us. They apparently don't consider us, worth including in their little political diplomacy treaties. So we're going to fight. And if you're going to fight with us, we'll join you. We'll put everything we have into it. But if the truce doesn't apply to us, then we don't care about the truce.
That is very reasonable. I tell you what, when
It's actually not negotiable either. So those are my terms. Are you going to fight for us?
I have already been fighting for you. I tell you what, I'm going to be wrapping things up with Baron Rodriguez shortly. Are you at your bar?
I am. I'm at the Deep. It's in Van Nuys.
I know where it is.
I know, but
Hey, you got to start somewhere. I'm not here to knock your hustle. In fact, I bought all the buildings around you. Hey, as soon as I leave here, I'll come talk to you in person.
Hey, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Look, come on over and chat. I'll be here for a while. But like I said,
I get it.
I don't think it's up for negotiation.
There's some things you need to understand. And I don't mean like, oh, you're young. I mean like people can come through walls and read your mind and like explode your heart with lightning. Like shit I don't think you've considered. So I just want to give you the download face to face.
That sounds like a great reason to hit them before they hit us again.
Again, just give me 40 minutes.
I'll be waiting.
Is it
Do you like fish?
Delilah, yes?
Who's this?
This is Nines.
Hey,
Hey, I'm here. I'm hearing what you're saying, and I just want you to know that I get it. I
You do?
understand where you're coming from. I do. And we haven't met, but we will.
cool.
And I admire your conviction. Give
like
Victor a chance to check in with you before you jump to anything else, because we're on the same side, and you're not alone.
I keep hearing that.
Well, again, ask
know
Blake. Yeah. I'll be there soon. We just need to finish something up here. I'll be there within the hour.
Okay. That's your thing, isn't it? Isn't it, Baron Vic? One more thing.
I mean, it's
I like it.
that and the undisputed thing. I mean, yeah, but
What's the one more thing?
how many of you are there?
Let's not talk about that here like this.
No problem. I'm on the way. Be there in an hour.
Bye.
I'm like, so remember we talked the other night. I was like, I don't want to be the one to break the truce, but I also don't want to just sit here like, oh, I hope they don't.
No, we can't.
I hope they don't hurt us.
No. Look. You know what they need to see? So this is all, again, man, they are fucking clever. They're still hiding behind the semblance of a truce, but they're planting all of these seeds to get us to turn on each other
to make
and
us
fragment.
the assholes. Yeah.
And we're not fools. We know what's up. We cannot abandon them
I won't.
at all.
But I also cannot have an army of an indeterminate number of thin bloods go stomping into Brentwood
No,
tonight.
they can't. But you know what they need? The problem is that they feel alone. And I know you know this, so we have to look. We don't have to go in and attack,
Right.
but there needs to be a show, some sort of way for the Camarilla to understand. No, motherfuckers, they're one of us. This isn't something that we're debating. This isn't something that we're hemming and hawing about.
Yeah.
This is them going after the Thin Bloods, which we should probably just stop even.
I like Duskborn. That
That's
is super
better.
super metal. Is Duskborn. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that sounds great.
Right. That ain't right.
Then they're going after them. That is a violation. You see, right now, the debate isn't whether we're going to be the ones to cross the line.
Yeah.
They crossed the line, and we could, maybe they didn't know that that was the line. They need to know what that line is.
This is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna ask you for a favor. I'm gonna go talk to Delilah, and I need to talk to Therese. That might not be tonight. She's holed up in the asylum, but I have to have a face-to-face with her.
Yeah.
Can you please try and find Annabelle? Somehow.
Yeah. Just, we need to get everybody back together.
I gotta tell you though, man. If they're just bound and determined to mount up, no matter what I can do, and I can be fairly persuasive, if we do not fight with them, they will all die.
I know. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Vannevar is still not all there, but they're close to fixing him.
Yeah, we need to get ready. Let's see if we can calm their passions a little bit.
I just temporarily just have to keep a lid on it. What's because I know we got to be short on time. Because again, I don't want them to just take off.
No.
Where are you on Therese? Again, I've said it again. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Therese is looking out for Therese.
Of course.
But if she was fighting for us,
Which probably was, yeah.
we can't hang
Look,
around.
we can't do that. This is the thing: is that everybody needs to have a moment to change. Even Therese is not bound and stuck. There's a chance, even there.
Nines. Therese is horrible,
Oh, well, I know. We know this.
but she's still
Know
one of
this.
ours.
Yeah.
Victor, another text message, this time from Campbell. It reads, "Sir, it's nearly time."
I text back, reschedule Long Beach. We got to go to Van Nuys.
Affirmative.
Okay, look. You go there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go take another glance at what Teresa's situation is. I'll send someone to give me an update on that, and I will track Annabelle. Because we got to get everybody back together. We can't let them fragment us. That's exactly what they want to do.
Oh. I cannot believe that we're about to go to war to rescue Therese Vorman and a couple dozen angry kids. I mean, we will. Fuck it. Let's do it.
Well, you have to, because the implications, the bigger picture of it, which is
Yeah.
what I just can't understand how Kindred are so unable to see the bigger picture of things. It's what this represents that's most important.
You know who really wins out of all this? Fucking Inquisition.
Of course.
Because this entire time you and I have been talking, we're running defense against our own. Again, who knows what they got planned.
All right. Well,
Hey, brother.
yes.
Always
I'm
a
here.
pleasure.
I'm here.
Time to mount up, man.
Go do that. Let's check in after.
Also, I do want you to know I said I wouldn't tell the truth about what happened with the lupine. That's true. I'm going to tell everybody you killed 2 of them. And I turn and leave.
I hate you.
On your way out, you reach the main floor bar with its dingy furnishings, a threadbare pool table that just hasn't seen a change since maybe the 70s. Who knows? You find Mark still there, talking with some of the members of the last round coterie. On the bar, they've got a selection of firearms, oiled, polished. And Mark is talking knowledgeably, calmly about the merits and deficiencies of each of the weapons, trying to decide which one he's going to choose to take out on patrol. He sees you come into the room. He waves. He says, "Hey, I know you're on your way out, but before you go, I did reach Annabelle. Who is Carver?" And that is where we end our vampire story for now.